That's his second Void Spirit of the year. He played it 12 days ago, 3 months ago, and 12 months ago at the Betboom Dacha. That was a long time ago versus Yakult Bros back then. So only in the EWC and the Dream League qualifier have we seen him play this hero. Probably.
Prepare for battle!
I'm going to slightly disagree. You can always play with a Dawnbreaker, which I think is just going to give that massive approach for AVULUS. You have a Furion TPing in early, and you have the Solar Guardian at 6. So as long as this Dawnbreaker has a decent lane, that's where AVULUS gets to play. I don't think it's even down to the Void Spirit. I think it's really up to Saberlight. Just to give a point of view.
"30 seconds to battle."
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, definitely. They have a lot of synergy together, right? They have many ways to approach the game and play from there. But if it's a game where you're at 7 minutes and your Dawnbreaker is only level 4 because she's been bullied out of the lane completely and you lose your wisdom, I feel like it's just a cascading domino effect from there where you just don't have the impact of your offlaner, which you probably need for, say, Furion wants to take a deep dive on somebody in a 3 versus 3, and then you're missing your most crucial ability to keep him alive and get that closer, that finisher. So, I do worry for Saberlight. He has had some ups and downs during his laning stages in these last few games, so we'll just have to wait and see.
Let the fighting recommence!
Also, for Apex knowing what's at stake, AVULUS playing with 2 stand-ins, there is a possibility Apex could punish AVULUS in game number 1. I think this is the game where you have to strike. You have a good draft going, you have some excellent scaling. Your late game is amazing on this lineup, though it will get hard with Snapfire, with Dawnbreaker, Refresher especially. It's very tricky. But I do have faith in this Apex lineup. Though I said the same thing about OG yesterday. I was like, yeah, this could be a 2-0 for OG. You're saying it's 2-0 for Runa, and it ended up being a pretty simple 2-0 for Runa in the end. So it's like, yeah, I put my faith in the wrong team. But this is the one American roster that I've actually stood behind for quite some time. Like, I've always wished them the best and hoped that back in, like, when they were playing with Wildcard during the course of that last season, that they could finally show what they're made of, because NA hasn't really been bringing a lot of improvement into the scene. These are probably like the last American players to make an impact as a stack. Of course, Bignum, yeah, I mean, looking at that, yeah, it's like RCY is just playing excellent, just really making a name for himself. Game after game, every single time I watch RCY play, it's just so clean.
choice is made.
No.
Yeah, that rough little technical break that we had waiting for the servers to come back up, and you know, his fingers have gone cold. Servers are down, so worst case scenario, wasn't probably even able to get into demo hero. Too much downtime. RCY just needs to be... He needs to make sure and take care he doesn't give away this lead now that he has managed to start. Something to build on. I would hate to see RCY make a mistake. He's still a youngster. Kind of was referred to as the future prodigy Sumail 2.0, but in a very cautious manner. So not a little people talk about him literally being like the next star mid player, but he has star potential. And until he actually pops off, like if that TI run would have pushed them all the way into the playoffs, then I would have probably started repeating that mantra that this guy's got something, and I hope he finds like an elite team around him.
More than mere water.
Not much good's happening to Radiant's bottom tower.
I could have been invisible. Silence.
Yep.
Denied.
This one was always mine.
I love how he just dodged the bushwhack as well with the phase shift, and there was no tree. Just like reactionary save. Trying to go on speed, though, as the Wildcard has returned down bottom. Heavy damage onto the Jakiro. You want to keep rinse and repeat on this. Keep speed low. Gamson's not going to be able to help out too much. This hero is strong, but he lacks the damage. I see why. Alright, yeah, just living off of the puckish. Yep. All three lanes, currently all three cores ahead of AVULUS. And this is gonna have to okay, let's put it this way. How many times have we seen Smiling Knight rotate at level 2, level 3? And this game, nada.
Nothing to your eye.
Yeah. That's the one, right? That's the Jakiro, right? Like, if he goes a bit too far, but the Wildcard, when he moved to mid, they failed the gank onto the puck. Then he runs down bottom, and Jakiro was literally just hugging under his own tower. So it's like, yeah, we can't even get to this guy. Lornoff wins the 50-50 for the Invis rune. This is a chance to TP, maybe. No move.
Radiant structures are fortified. Look at that. Radiant's courier just got killed.
Bring in somebody to help out. Now, and they've got the burst with Lornoff. That's gonna be first blood.
Always the sweetest.
That is the hero you can hunt. RCY. Coil will be sent in. They're instantly pinging out. The puck is over here. There's a TP coming in. They managed managed to clean out Smiling Knight, and Saberlight is the one who rotates in, and he's only level 5, and this is kind of what I went about, right? It's 7 minutes in, you have a level 5 Dawnbreaker, no ulti, he goes down.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Still not going to be enough in his first rotation with a TP, so he will have to walk back the lane to get to level 6.
Radiant's middle tower could use some help.
That hurts. That hurts a lot as a Dawnbreaker player, because if they got a trade kill, you'd at least be able to respawn back with Solar Guardian, and Lornoff could be like, I'm gonna make a play here, follow up.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
The race.
Bounty.
Looks like Dire fortified their structures. Are those cracks in Dire's top tower? Dire's top tower is under attack.
Or
beating on Dire's
Puppy
top
breaking
tower.
their monitors.
Dire's top tower is gone. Just a cold fog left behind.
The AVULUS social media manager popping off again with Puppy coming in and into the team, and they're agreeing with Secret that today is Monday and tomorrow is Tuesday. So they have Taco Tuesday and Machete Monday. You gotta watch out for that. You got the Javelin up on this Furion, so I think that extra bit of damage might be good enough for something. Fade is dancing around all of the crowd control, and he's barely getting that roar off, and there's the Solar Guardian, but Fade is all by himself. The entire team of AVULUS is here. RCY cannot stay around to secure that Hoodwink kill, but they know that all of those ultis have now been spent.
Dire's middle tower is under
Lornoff
attack.
managed to pick up yet another
Dire's no
action rune, so
fortified
Puck has got
structures.
nothing from these power runes.
Dire's
That
bottom
is a
tower
haste
needs some
too,
help.
so Void loves that rune.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yep.
Dire's bottom tower is being chipped away. Dire's bottom tower always did get short shrift.
Worst case scenario, you get cornered up. But hey, reminder about tickets, folks. Fisher Playground 2, the LAN played in Belgrade, Serbia on October 31st to November 2nd. Exclamation mark ticket is your command into chat. Write that down. Click the link. Head over to the website. Buy yourself some tickets to a $1 million Dota LAN. Also click the banner below the stream.
You've had enough.
Not going to get a Vessel on Lornoff, but he's going to stick with the Urn and go for the Axe Rush. I think he needs that ASAP.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Smoke up to the top lane. They see Lornoff, and he's going to break that coil stun right away. The burst might be too much for him to deal, though. And he's able to get out with the Astral Step and get that extra armor running for him. Barrier from the Resonant Pulse. Haste has been burnt, though. And again, he's challenging for the rune. Bignum is also here. Illusion in the bottom half. Can RCY get there in time? Lornoff probably has another Astral Step ready in just a second. Actually, the Puck's just going to give up on the chase. And that is 4 for 4 for Lornoff.
Bed in town.
Oh, yeah. Could be worse, yeah. Could be worse. Yeah, he'll soak this for his friend.
Even at a fraction of
Fake doesn't even give a reaction. He's not even going to say thank you for tanking that. He's almost done with the Helm of the Overlord. This is not as fast as the one we saw earlier today,
Going to
which
last
was
long.
like 11 minutes. Crazy timing for the Helm of the Overlord. But this one at 13, still ahead, or still on par.
Trick shot.
Mirrors of my delight.
Yep. And for RCY, he's going to get his level 10 talent. Most likely from it. There we go. Illusory orb damage plus 40. Rani is also buying a smoke on the courier, so expect Apex to start making some moves. RCY and Speed, they're waiting for Saberlight to extend in the lane. There we go. There we go for that range 3 blast hits. The fire is slightly off the mark, but it doesn't seem to matter too much as Saberlight will go down. So let's bring in the reinforcements, but they're too late. They only find their buddy lying down dead on the ground.
Radiant's middle tower could use some help.
He's baiting. He's dodging everything and he still dies. Aww. That looked good for a moment, but you know, puck is still squishy.
Someone better help Dire's middle tower. Radiant's bottom tower's got problems.
Did you see the Wildcard? I think he did. He just pinged him. Oh, there we go. Guardian's coming out as well. Got the roar out first, though. But there's 3 versus 1 against Fade. It's like, yep, I tried to make a play. This is the threat that AVULUS has with this lineup, is that you go on one guy and suddenly you have 3 on top of you.
Middle tower.
Really hard to make solo plays on the map anymore.
Dire's middle tower isn't going to last long. Dire's middle tower just went down.
Yeah. Yamsen has a blink. Yamsen also picked up his blink just fresh from the courier.
Just as much help as
They might want to get involved. Could be a bit of a hit or miss if this blink is used aggressively. That fight doesn't go their way. That's gonna push you back. Oh, I wouldn't say it pushes you back to the Stone Age, but it definitely hurts a lot. So they got this gank needs to work. Even if it fails and doesn't find anybody, that's fine. But if it fails as in they die, that would be worse. Meanwhile, Jakiro's like, they're over here. They're over here. Need help. Got Fade. They're finding no one.
Tower is under attack.
Finding no one on the map. Bignum and Yamsen. Yamsen finally reveals himself. And Bignum. They'll spot it down the mid lane. They are blind on the map. The side of AVULUS.
Dire's bottom tower needs some help.
My path leads to riches.
Dire's Dire's bottom tower is being chipped away. Regeneration.
Get done here. Setting up on the mortar. That Pierce the Veil doesn't really buy a lot of time, considering all of their damage sources are magical.
Dire's bottom tower needs some help.
I'll take that.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yep.
Dire have
Yeah,
fortified their
they've
structures.
slowed down Apex long enough. Now that they get their first round of items, there is a chance they could start playing and taking a fight versus Apex. Wade is already getting in position on the high
Dire's
ground.
bottom
He's
tower is
waiting.
being chipped away.
Saberlight again, just pulling the wave out. Got that big black dragon with the Amson sieging a tier 2 tower. They will take
Dire's
this one
bottom tower is
uncontested.
fallen.
Just wait for the dragon form to run out. But now the Axe is ready on the void. So Mjolnir, Axe.
Radiant's top
I
tower.
think the Dawnbreaker
is
Axe
better.
should be done, right? Yeah, there we go. So you've got all the items you need.
Got ya!
Because I say.
Also dodged the Mortimer's Kisses pretty well. I think he got hit once only. Still holding onto his laning stage tango at 19 minutes. Maybe it's broken, like Speed likes to say. Hold on to that if you don't want to buy a Quelling Blade. So yeah, guess that works. Fortunate for him, he does get caught in the mid lane. Yamson has... Yeah, they are. I was to say he might be a tricky target with that Bait Slayer, but he doesn't get to hit anybody, so that's a good pick here for AVULUS. Take that DK out of the way. Ignum picked up the shard, which is pretty bad in general. When you think about the shards you could get for this team, you probably got the worst one.
Bounty!
Radiant's middle tower shouldn't have to take this abuse.
Hey.
Radiant's middle tower
There we
could use
go.
some help.
That's much better. Server also highlighting the Orchid on the Hoodwink. So instead of the straight up shard rush, he's an Orchid instead. So extra control. Lack of BKB is probably a good call for it. Ignum. Let's show what this core mort is all about. Well, Fade is just going from one silence to another silence to another silence. Oh god. That is literally unplayable, man.
Someone better help Dire's middle tower. Not much good's happening to Radiant's bottom tower.
Yeah, could be some truth to that. Yeah, they still have like really good late game in this lineup, but
Radiant's bottom tower is
Bait
under
Slayer
attack.
DK doesn't exactly tell me
Radiant
they want to
structures
go
have
late
been
game. I
snow
thought they wanted to play
fortified.
active on this hero. Don't take me wrong. Don't get me wrong. It is not a bad Mage Slayer game.
Radiant's bottom tower
But if you're
has
building this
fallen.
on your pause 1, it does mean you want to nullify that little bit of burst damage the opponent's side has to have to have an advantage over your opponent.
Radiant's
gives you
bottom
magic
tower's
resistance,
got
so,
problems.
That also be added on top.
Radiant's
Anyway,
bottom tower is under attack.
the situation what it was. 12 kills only in this game. A slight lead for Apex.
Dire's top
And that
tower
has
is under
now
attack.
moved over to AVULUS. They are getting their BKBs, so maybe that next round of items is going to do something. But Fade, unfortunately, has to soak everything once again from AVULUS. They got the coil out, and they're instantly calling for a retreat. You're always losing a hero before the fight properly even starts. Puppy finished off Fade. Yamsen did get the kill on Theolacor, but still not a good trade. Yep. He's still the star player alongside Saberlight here on this AVULUS roster. You mentioned some of the best mid laners in this tournament. The names are instantly that are going to come into mind are Lornoth, Swadex. Maybe you could put RCY in that list in the top 3. Well, we got Abed. I could have said Abed in the top 3. Pretty easy one to throw in there. Yeah. Those playoff teams are going to be a whole different beast. Many of the teams are up for the challenge. AVULUS could be one of those. Same for Apex. If but they pretty much have to win every single game. So they're off to still an okay start. This game can still end up in any direction. Dire Scan connects right on top of Apex. Know where they're coming from. Speed. Scared, but he's dusted and they see where he is. Smiling Knight is also what a teleport position as well. Right behind the cliff. Still having attack range. That is Dragon Last Nature's Prophet after all, but still, I really like the defensive positioning. A lot of Furion players might just teleport aggressively just because they know they can go anywhere. And Smiling Knight's really showing that experience as a +1 Furion spammer.
I'll take that.
BKB already burnt quite early. Fate doesn't have an angle to throw in the roar, though, so they'll just be happy they forced out that 9-second BKB charge. It could... Also, I know this is like a new roster with players who haven't really played together in the same team before, so you'd think like, well, teams are just meshing and they're learning. AVULUS' players' caliber could just be at the level where they're just chilling and vibing, picking fun heroes, and, you know, they trust their personal individual skill to win games in the group stage. If they drop a match or two, they're probably fine with it. But I would think they're not, like, super try-harding right now. Which probably why the game looks like this, and why the laning stage sometimes looks a bit wonky. They're probably chilling maybe a bit too much.
They're beating on Dire's top tower. Are those cracks in Dire's top tower? Not much good's happening to Radiant's bottom tower.
Just keeping it loose.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Could be some truth to that.
Radiant's bottom tower
I've just
is not
noticed, and I've
ready.
talked with a lot of Dota teams in the past. I was like, "Oh, your group stage didn't go that well." Yeah, we were just memeing and having fun with some of our heroes, and we weren't really paying that much attention. It's like the playoffs are the ones that really matter. I think some teams in the Fisher Playground 1, when I was asking like, how do you feel about the Swiss stage? Swiss stage is usually a one where you actually have to play properly because it really impacts who you're going to be playing
Not much
against, and you
good's
always have a
happening
tough
to Radiant's
opponent,
bottom
no matter what the
tower.
round is.
I restore
Remember
my
some
connection
player I
to
talked to
void.
who mentioned that it's just the Swiss stage. He's like, you can get eliminated from this, you know that, right? Yeah, but it's not playoffs, right? So there's no money on the line yet. Yeah, I get your point, but I've heard this from so many sources now that I'm starting to buy into the idea that some players are just vibing and chilling in the less important matches. And as long as they know that they can secure a slot forward, they can... usually it happens after, right? So you're 7-0 in the groups, you have one last game, then you're going to be like, hey, let's pick, like, Meepo mid, and let's vibe. But it could be energy, preservation. What else? Yeah. You know, Saberlight used to play for that team where they didn't really care too much. All right. We're going to be fighting for a Roshan potentially. Avulus is already starting Rosh. 50 seconds until he starts walking over to the other side. So Apex are preparing to engage. Smoking up. The Olakor already has the wards placed down and has a superior position for Avulus to hold. Dawnbreaker doesn't need to be nearby. She can always jump in when the fight's about to start, but they're going to take the gamble. Last time when we took a gamble, Roshan fell in 5 seconds. And that was 10 seconds from moving down to the other side of the map. This time, Avulus, they would have already had to be in the pit with these heroes. So they're going to let Roshan walk. They're actually targeting Saberlight. The chase is on. Fade is right behind him. RCY finds him, gets the silence, and the hammer is there. It looked like somebody forced that Dawnbreaker because he didn't get the Celestial Hammer. TP out. That's not going to work.
Radiant's
EKB
middle
gone,
tower
ulti
shouldn't
gone.
have to take this abuse. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, RCY used the Psychic Headband. That's why it looked like a force stab animation. So he tried to break the coil. So he went for as close as he could for the silence and tried to get the coil to snap so that the hammer would come back to him earlier and he wouldn't be able to escape with the hammer. He used the Psychic Headband to break it. Yeah. Well, they weren't able to secure Roshan. They just forced out one big kill. They did use the DK form on Yamsen, which is probably the reason they didn't go straight for Roshan. And Smiling Guy just straight up TP's in with an 80 rune. Okay. Yeah, they're seeing animations in the fog. They're suspecting something's going on in the pit. Yeah, they went for the Tormentor. They're going to lose this Roshan to Avulus. They're not close enough. RCY does have everything ready. He has BKB. He could make the YOLO play, but is he going to get there in time? The orb? Oh, like an extra second, but no. Maybe an extra half a second if he reacts to it instantly, but they trade Tormentor for an Aegis. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this one's a lot better already. Attack speed slow on the Nature's Prophet. He won't be happy. This has probably been a pretty boring game for Puppy. Hasn't really had much to play with this map. Meanwhile, Saberlight, the damage is sufficient. Oh, why does he keep going for this? See if they are. The Wildcard inside the coil. Buyback from the Dawnbreaker. Oh, what a nice stun setup. Has the DK, has the puck. DK TPing out, but not gonna make it. Puck also has to retreat. They'll trade 1-for-1. They got the buyback off of Saberlight, but what a beautiful setup there. That's totally a worth buyback right there.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Yep. Oh yeah, valuable trade, absolutely. It's a bit unfortunate for Apex. They didn't have everybody ready for that given fight. Fade was not close enough. At least he's been able to keep one lane pushed in. RCY, they saw him under a watcher. Gotta be careful for Saberlight. The Wildcard is also charging in full speed. There's no BKB for 30 seconds. He's already going for the Ags on the puck, so he's preparing for that right click. A real damage output from the...
Radiant's middle tower could use some help. I guess Radiant fortified their
Probably
structures.
just pinged out that they're warding here, so he's not going to play that area anymore.
Attack.
Coming in that deep.
Radiant's top tower has looked better.
On the back line, onto Muerta. Made the lead, Bignum. New stun coming out from Yamsen with the silence follow-up with the Bloodthorn, but Saberlight's ulti is there to recover Lorinov. Stop the attack. Smiling Knights looking to finish off the tower, which he will get.
Tower has fallen.
35-minute Wisdom spawning. Going for the steal. They're TP bottom. They're going to take both of them. Speed has to back away. Like already BKB'd up. FaZe just going to roar and run. Saberlight doesn't really care about his BKB charges. Whenever he sees an opportunity, he'll always use it. Even if he's 100% or 10% in HP. Meanwhile in mid, RCY with a big play. Jumps down onto the Wildcard, forces the BKB of Lorinov. They do have Yamsen already TPing out as he will disappear. Man, these hit and run style plays that Apex are making must be driving AVULUS insane.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower shouldn't have to take this abuse.
RCY doesn't have backup just quite yet. Maybe bring in Bignum, force another BKB charge off of Lorinov. Actually doesn't have it for another 30 seconds. This Muerta is slowly but surely getting closer and closer. RCY, oh, he misses the silence timing. Lorinov actually got that one ahead. The Lincolns has already popped. RCY does have coil. Gonna get hit by the Snapfire Cookie. Puck down to half HP. And Muerta's gonna have to force the Pierce to fail, but cannot TP out in time. RCY BKB has to disengage as AVULUS again. You're setting up on one hero and suddenly there's 5.
Are you just warming up?
Dire's bottom tower needs some help.
The natural course.
Yep. Trying to wrap around from behind. Lorinov smoked up with the Wildcard because he did mention they have been able to push this bottom lane the whole time. There's most likely a Fade Beastmaster still waiting in here. Dangerous territory. You see Saberlight. They don't see Hoodwink until it's maybe too late. That is a Jakiro that's gonna go down. Fade steeping out. The Wildcard's got no TP cancel. Did have a Bushwhack still on cooldown. Maybe if Puppy got in range with a Fire Snap cookie, could have been a whole different story.
Roots and run.
Illusion! Radiant's bottom tower is under attack! Radiant's bottom tower is no more.
RCY is being targeted right now. Goes for the instant burst silence into the remnant. The stun follow-up is there, and they will lose RCY. Fade is indeed in trouble. He might be heavy himself up and look for a kill on Puppy. That's all he can get.
Bottom tower.
Trade one away. The cost of his life, and RCY just doesn't stand a chance. Like the moment he gets caught the first time with the silence, gets pulled into the remnant. So he cannot dodge the remnant. He cannot get away from that resonant pulse silence, and the follow-up is the Solar Guardian into the Bushwhack, and the rest is history.
Radiant's middle tower shouldn't have to take this abuse.
Yep.
Radiant's courier has been killed. Where did Radiant's middle tower go?
And I am starting to think, like, in that moment, could it have been wiser just to use that BKB anyway? When that silence came out the first time and tried to look for a turn, because his teammates were arriving, but they weren't there fast enough, so he still ended up using that BKB, but he was dead anyway.
Tower has fallen.
Give it a fighting chance. Now Smiling Knight sieging on the high ground. Speed. Gets jumped by Lorinov. Actually caught inside the ice pad stun. They do get some silences out there, but he's able to disjoint the rest of the abilities. To the low ground he goes. Still has BKB. Here's the fail by Muerta. Oh, that Snapfire. Mortimer's kisses are gonna hurt quite a lot, but that stun coming out from DK interrupts it. They get to poke the Dawnbreaker. Heavy damage coming in from that DK, and that is a Snapfire just dying. Roar onto Smiling Knight. He does have a Satanic, but he won't be able to get to use it at all. Saberlight caught by the ice path from Speed, and they will clean up another. And Apex Genesis will find 3 kills and push AVULUS away. They even keep their melee racks up. RCY, not done yet. Can he find anybody? No, he doesn't have a TP cancel available, so that Hoodwink is out. And Volorinov is just creating space. He's cutting the wave. RCY does get the jump on him. Wants to force his BKB.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Yep.
Dire's middle tower isn't going to last long.
They'll take what you can take, what you can get, but yeah, they're definitely respecting the Roshan is actually up, so they're going to the pit. It's also not a bad idea. Instead of risking potential buyback and that Void Spirit maybe killing somebody, we'll just play it safe, take Roshan. Speed, it seems the Tormentor is up, so it looks like AVULUS might be going for the Tormentor maybe. Yeah, they ping it. Well, Aegis picked up for Yamsa. Not exactly the best carrier for that Aegis, unfortunately. I was almost thinking, would it be better to just give it to RCY? But he doesn't probably have the room for it.
top tower deserves just as much help as bottom.
Dodge indeed. Yamsen.
Radiant's top tower hasn't fallen.
A lot of early poke coming into this DK. We'll get the hit from range. Get a couple 100 damage onto that tier 3. Apex backing out. AC is ready on the Beastmaster.
Dire's bottom tower is being chipped away! Here I am!
Love the Hex Q on AVULUS, one on Snap, one on Hoodwink. Wouldn't be too surprised if they pick up a third for maybe the Void Spirit.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, they found Lornoff. Big pickoff if they can get him, but the Solar Guardian is forced out right on top of that Lotus Orb in between. Smiling Knight gets to work, hits Fade, tries to finish off the Beastmaster. RCY getting some damage in, but the coil only freshly used. Is almost taking down the Dawnbreaker and the Void Spirit, both low on HP. The coil stun is there. Lornoff is able to get himself away. Saberlight does go down. Now Smiling Knight's gonna find himself isolated from the rest of his team. An Apex Genesis cleanup too. It does come at the cost with a buyback off that Beastmaster, but now they just need to clean house. Puppy, he's trying to TP away. He's gonna get cancelled by the Ice Path from Speed, and another jump in by the DK. They get the Bloodthorn Silence on to the Hoodwink, and Big Num with a big-ass dead shot takes him down. Lornoff committing one more time on the low ground to get a bit of poke on RCY, and they will go straight for Puppy, who bought back, and so does the Furion, and now the Hoodwink. They gotta be careful. That's a lot of buybacks coming in. Even Fade using his own, but AVULUS using 3, and RCY
Dire's bottom tower
taken out. Now they're going to be fighting down in mid. Ice Path down, catches the Nature's Prophet by accident as well. Might buy them just the time that they need. They got the roar, but the Solar Guardian is coming into play. He's outside of the healing range though, and he's killing himself, but the Satanic comes into play last moment. Smiling Knight. Oh, he was dying to the Pyrrhic Cloak, and then he gets the Satanic off and starts healing, and that will cost them the DK, and that will cost them the whole team. Apex Genesis, well, AVULUS just bought back 3 heroes, but you've lost everyone.
From this world. This problem I can solve with violence.
A welcome boost.
Look what they're doing to Radiant's middle barracks.
They're thinking about ending the game, at least forcing the buybacks away from Apex. Finish up the racks down in mid and go straight for bottom. They did ping the tier 4s, but the comms did say go for the creeps.
Radiant's bottom tower is no more. Radiant's bottom barracks have fallen.
What a twist of fate. You were about to get a lane of racks from AVULUS, and suddenly you might just get mega creeped in one quick go. That was a very nice dead shot. Nice paths and silences, blade down. Not the mega creeps in one go. Smiling Knight though, going straight back to work on that tier 3. Another dead shot right in the face.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
DK buyback Yamsen. They are already moving away. Quick reactions from the whole team to just quickly disengage, and what a price to pay for Apex. Used all of their buybacks, but couldn't get a fight going. Couldn't just start with the coil and the puck. I do wonder if they could have gotten a fight if RCY just coils, and from there, the instant buyback from the DK. Would it still have been enough? They smoked on the edge of vision, actually. They didn't see it. Lornoff getting caught by it because he's getting roared up and getting killed in the low ground. He does have a buyback, though. Yamson is close to a dieback on the DK, and that is a certainty. He's gone for 2 minutes. They got the surprise elements. They got the chance to attack them. Now it's really down to RCY. You gotta land a coil of a lifetime. He hits 3 heroes. Hoodwink is already down. Onto the Dawnbreaker he goes, but he gets hit by an Abyssal Blade. Nasty damage coming in, and Puppey is gonna try and keep that puck away while the rest of them are fighting on the high ground. Speed is just trying to juke for as long as he can. He's gonna get caught by Lornoff. RCY gets away, doesn't manage to kill Puppey, and it's just down to the 2 heroes, and Mega Creeps is a certainty now. Is he going Rapier?
Radiant's top barracks have fallen.
Oh, bought. Okay, bought the A on this.
Dire now has Mega.
That's his go-to now.
Where did Radiant's middle tower go?
Doesn't look like it. Lornoff is already going on Big Num. He's out. RCY is left alone. That A on this pops when he's all by himself, and GG. It's a bit of an unfortunate loss for Apex Genesis, considering if they won this game, it could have still meant that they could go to the playoffs. Now, I think those possibilities just shrunk down to a percentage that Apex Genesis is probably not going through anymore.
Radiant team ban. Dire team's turn to ban.
Sure.
Dire team's turn. Radiant team ban. Dire team.
Other
Radiant
players.
team. Dire team's turn.
Oh,
Radiant
so,
team. Radiant team's turn. Dire team
lane.
ban. Radiant team's turn. Dire team's turn to pay.
We got on the Bat Rider, the Earth Spirit, the Queen of Pain, Void, the usual suspects. His Tinker is very high. I think his Tinker has the second highest win rate, actually. The Zeus is right after. Then there's the Pango. I do not see a Leshrac in here. He played 6 games of Lesh a month ago. And that was in TI. They won versus Nemesis. They played Lesh also versus Aurora in TI. That one they lost. And then in the EWC. And then some random tournaments in 24 and 23. Well, there were many options to choose from. Let's put it that way. I do like the matchup that he's going up against this Storm. I think the Lesh is completely fine. It does mean that they need to snowball on RCY, but RCY seems to always snowball. So if you want to pick a high-risk, high-reward hero, RCY's the right guy to do it. But you're going against Lornoff Storm Spirit, though. If he can beat this matchup, that's something. Yeah. Well, we're loading into the game. Game number 2. We're going to start with a quick pause. Till we start rolling out the match. Seeing red on the Bristle Carney Classics. I do wish we buff the Ringmaster, or we get a buff from the Ringmaster's second fastest choice. Nobody goes for it. The sideshow secrets with the weighted pie, the crystal ball, the unicycle. The unicycle, most importantly. That could be really cool. Like, be able to unicycle somewhere and throw your ulti on the run.
Are you okay?
Maybe they should just remove the damage breaking that cycle. Maybe they should just remove that completely so that you're always able to use it and escape. Could be pretty OP, but then you would have to swap some really strong abilities from your other facets for a cycle. Oh, we're seeing a lot of drawing going on here. What is that? Are we playing Snake? Yeah, you put some other player drawing like small bits, and the other guy just controls the snake to pick them up. Well, we're going to get a level 1 fight by the looks of it. They're coming in straight from the low ground, and Apex will get the jump of the Dawnbreaker. King of the Beast is going to hit 3 heroes. Already the Apex side taking some big hits, and Fade might be the one to drop first. Smiling Knight owns him out. Speed is also low, and this fight does not go well for Apex. I like the friskiness, not waiting, going straight at it. But they run into an AVULUS minefield. Fade will get Roche denied. Speed dies to Smiling Knight for the first blood. There's the Sleepwalk coming out. Believem's gonna die to a TV illusion cast by the Reflection. And that's 2 kills for the Terrorblade to start the lane.
Let's get moving.
Yeah. TV Smiling Knight, he got the 2 kills. He just clicked on the map and you could see him on his camera that he's just yawning and stretching. I was like, yeah, my job's done here. That reaction. Yep. Yep. Yep, and VP and Yandex are still waiting for their turn. Their game is after this, so we still have another best of 2. We're not even done with the day, so if you think this is the last game and then you're going to close the stream, nuh-uh. Still got a very, very tight matchup, which is about winning the group for one team and the other to dethrone Mouse from the playoff spot. We could have a tie situation in the groups, which needs to be resolved. Yandex did beat Mouse, so that in mind, don't miss out on that next best of 2. Here, though, we're already kind of guaranteeing Apex is not going into the playoffs. They are currently second last in the groups. OG is already confirmed out. Apex cannot get higher than 4 wins. So that would mean Runa... Actually, never mind. AVULUS would then just... Yeah, AVULUS is actually at 4 wins. So if this ends up being a tie and Apex still wins versus OG tomorrow and Runa and AVULUS, well, they play against each other. So... Apex is pretty much, yeah, Apex is out. We can say that. But AVULUS is playing to win and to also knock out 1 win or Runa from the playoff run. 1 win you can't really. Yeah.
So, does it hurt real bad when you turn into a dragon? Because it looks like it does.
But at least we got a bit of entertainment there with that level 1 gank, because not a lot of teams seem to do that today. We managed to get a level 1 brawl going. It was a bit of a disadvantage for Apex Genesis. The way that it started was pretty rough. Loranov versus RCY. And that might be enough, but the bottle charges are kicking in, and RCY relentless with the chase. And my goodness, this man.
Dire structures are fortified.
Hats off. That was ballsy, and that paid off. Exactly.
This one still belongs to me.
Yep. Always a bit of a risk there, right? When you see the Diabolic Edict, even if Lesh is the only target and the tower is going to start hitting the Leshrac, but you are also taking the full duration Edict while you're trying to vortex him under the tower, so it's not a favorable trade, no matter how you look at it. Oh yeah, supports are definitely going to be playing a big role here. They can make those rotations happen. We're at 4:30 on the clock, so maybe in 1 minute we might see some movement. Currently, the Bristleback having the least net worth. TB is almost 1,000 gold ahead of the Bristle right now. But it was a good pick into that Bristleback.
Radiant structures have been snow fortified.
See why Edict is popped, but I think they used the Radiant Glyph at the same time, so Lorinov will have his creeps protecting him from that big damage. He won't have it. Oh yeah, absolutely, but he won't have it now. That's the thing. You can use it once during the laning stage, and that's it. So if RCY finds another opening, the next one might just take Lorinov down. Fate might just go down here. That TB is doing way too much damage. And also, of course, the daggers there as well. And the Willow even rotating in for this. So instead of a mid gank, sending the Willow down to the bottom lane. Bignum has been scouted, though. So Bignum unable to make the sleepwalk into the Edict play. That was probably the idea.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yep. Snap is...
Radiant's middle tower.
He is. Snap is also here. It's going to be a 3 versus 2. RCY diving in deep. One did hit level 6 though, but they also spot the Ringmaster caught in the sleep, and RCY will go for it. That damage goes through the box, by the way. Well, Saberlight intervening with the fight. RCY pushed away. Have to dance around these brambles, but he's not looking too healthy. 4 versus 1. Brutal. AVULUS want to shut down the raid boss. Yep. But you know what? You know what? RCY is playing so well that a star player like Lorinov has to bring in buddies. That's...
Radiant's bottom tower's got problems. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
How it works. Yamson from one route to another route, soaking up all of the daggers, and it just gets murdered under the tower. That's the 7th kill for AVULUS in 7 minutes. Speed also getting jumped on by Lorinov with a long zip zap.
Radiant's bottom tower's got problems.
It'll be okay. 8-minute rune is spawning. They tried to rotate the Lesh bottom together with the Bane, but they are missing out on these opportunities. Feels like AVULUS has their name written up. They're ganking top, now they're ganking down mid, taking speed, and now only the reinforcements arrive, but they're not probably killing the Storm Spirit. They're probably going to set their attention to somebody else. Doesn't look look like they're gonna get anybody. That's a rough way to counter the Edict too, is by throwing those impalement arts from the Ringmaster. So if you pop your Edict and you get hit by a dagger, you're not getting close enough to deal damage. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that definitely works as an early game counter to this Leshrac the Slow. And they're sending in the numbers once again, and RCY almost finished off Lorinov, but not quite enough. And every time they're bleeding a kill somewhere, there's no backup. It feels like AVULUS are always taking a 3 versus 1, no matter where they go. And this is something we saw from AVULUS with their previous roster a year ago. Their entire game plan basically lived off of the high tempo and constantly making a move on one side of the map and instantly connecting to the other side to make a simultaneous play and just go with the snowball. So you could say AVULUS felt like one of those East European teams in the laning stage. I'm seeing some remarks of that. Again, a quick reminder for the folks at home, people watching on the stream right now, if you haven't picked up your tickets yet for the Fissure Playground 2 event, well, now's your opportunity. ! Ticket into chat. Or click the banner below the stream. In Serbia, Belgrade, we're going to be playing this $1 million LAN on October 31st to November 2nd. See you there.
Pleased.
AVULUS are definitely punishing Apex here with the this first 10 minutes. A 3k net worth lead. Fade isn't really getting to play this bristle. RCY, his snowball has been prevented, or at least slowed down enough that he's going to have a really difficult time getting into this game. Got good net worth, but the hero is not exactly famous for farming because his mana pool is small, his spells cost a lot of mana, and have a great amount of regeneration.
Dire's middle tower isn't going to last long. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah. Keeping up the tempo. One move to another move. He's actually gonna go sit at the gate. He's not going yet. His DK. He's waiting for his courier. So he had his blink dagger being delivered to him. They know he went through the gate now. He also knows that there was a gang squad right behind him, killing his courier. But if they find Smiling Knight, it could be all worth it.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, they saw speed. They saw speed already. RCY needs to get there fast. The Olikor is in a good position to pop the smokes, and they're already popping. And onto the Smiling Knight TV they go. They do get the box and a beautiful wheel of wonder right between. And oh my goodness, they're getting torn apart. Bristol, Lesh dead. Big dump to follow. And Speed is all by himself. They haven't finished off the Bane just quite yet, but he's still being chased. Speed, though, he will go down. Bane actually manages to teleport home, but Saberlight picks up the triple kill. And they knew they had tabs on them ever since DK's courier got killed. The Watcher was activated. Speed went to deactivate it. The smoke coming down to the bottom tier 2. Is there any warning telling you that they probably know? Do you feel like, well, we're all here, let's make the play anyway? What was that about?
Radiant's top tower deserves just as much help as bottom.
Stupendous!
Dire's middle tower isn't going to last long.
My gratitude.
Yeah. Got a lot of impact out of that Dawnbreaker, just landing that Solar Guardian and the Starbreaker on 2 cores. Like, how lucky can you be that you have both the, was it the DK and the DK or the Bristle and the Leshrac standing right next to each other, so you get a full combo off on 2 heroes with all of your AoE. Doesn't get any better than that for Saberlight.
Perhaps that wasn't wise. Oh, they're gonna hate me for this.
Long day.
Are those cracks in Dire's top tower?
Probability showing a 52-48 in a 13-1 game.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
I have no idea. That DDoS attack has hurt the servers even harder than we thought. There's no Furion, there's no Sand King. Those would definitely impact win probability. Do you think that's why it's calculating because of hero matchups?
Double damage!
Okay. Yeah, until they shut down all of the open API sources, so I don't even know what it's cooking. Well, they can make a dive on Janssen under a tier 2 tower. How does Apex respond to this? It feels like, again, they're just so slow to react to anything. They don't even want to take this fight. Barely get their DK out.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I guess. I was hoping... Yeah, maybe I was just hoping Apex TPs and 4 heroes and they get a fight and they actually get the punish. The same way AVULUS got the punish when Apex was diving. Why getting caught? Got the sleepwalk and the Solar Guard is a complete miss, but they still get to this Leshrac. That fear from the Olacore. Perfect. Fade takes the front with his blade. He's not even doing any damage to the Ringmaster either. Well, now he does. A lot of quill sprays are flying back and forth, but it's just not a fight. There's no dragon form either. He could have used the Snapfire Kisses to capitalize on that, but
Someone better help Dire's
they are a bit beaten down.
Dire have fortified their structures. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
They saw Yamson. They have a ward between the T1 and the tier 2. They just pinged the DK. And he, unbeknownst to him, pops his ult, but there's a gang squad on the way. Storm with a long zap, jump in, gets hit by the DK stun right away. Saberlight misses his, but that is that's another kill going for AVULUS. 16-1. Gets the blink away. Quick fingers there from Theo. You have to get the Crown of Thorns, or the Cursed Crown on RCY, but Rack found him. Tried to get some... Oh, no, finally got the Mortimer's Kisses. They finally get some damage out. RCY, though, Vessel is breaking his blink this whole time. And he's not able to get forward. Nice shotgun. Cookie forward. Oh, they almost got him. Not quite enough, though. Oh, and here comes the Storm for the snipe. Oh.
Beating on Dire's top tower.
Been waiting for that. One of the strongest early game spells when it comes to fighting is the Mortimer's Kisses. They finally got to use it. Point blank range. And with the Leshrac just hiding in the trees, they got enough damage to blow up the heroes they wanted to go for. And now they just set up onto the speed granny. Grandma speed.
Dire's bottom tower has shattered to little pieces.
Yep, very true. For multiple reasons.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Illusion!
Dire's bottom tower needs some help.
I mean, we have something similar, but it's still very different. Forwards at the grandma in the snow. So, you know, like, it kind of talks about the perseverance, the never give up, kind of like, all right, let's go. No matter if there's like 3 meters of snow that you have to traverse through, the grandmas will go.
Dire's middle tower isn't going to last long.
Hell yeah.
Whoa, what'd I miss?
This is for all the Dota grandmas out there. We respect you. NA Dota did have Gunner, and Gunner's Gunner's ma was watching his son play Dota, and also was at some LAN events too, which was really awesome. At least what I remember, she was also watching some of the LANs, but Mama Gunner was the nickname. RCY with threatening the top lane, but now they're just using the Solar Guardian off cooldown the whole time. Anybody they find somebody with the storm goes, they secure a kill. Starting to get a bit of a deja vu with the one-win treatment. That game, though, was all about finding speed, not Big Num. Like, we've had this DK form active almost all the time, but we haven't really seen it being used aggressively a single time. Maybe now, Blink Orchid, that could be venomous for the Storm, who does not have a BKB. Also has a AVULUS queued up, and the Solar Guardian. They finished the Tormentor. This could be Apex's best moment. They need to capitalize on this. Smiling Knight, insta blink stun, silence stun, Mortimer's Kisses. That's one big kill. Can they get more? Viola Core getting burnt up by the Mortimer's Kisses, and Speed will secure this one. Not a lot of reaction on cameras from Apex, but you know the task ahead. The road is long. But at the end of the road, there could be the finish line.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
And show you if somebody's taking our wisdom rune. Hey. That's all they're gonna get.
Where's the party?
Absolutely. Make your way there. 10k lead for AVULUS, still at 21 minutes. It was 12k at the highest. And getting that shard is probably the loose network that's added in there. RCY spotted and doesn't get the chance to fight back. Not at all. He's trying to get to his BKB.
This will provide.
Let the party over here!
Yeah, Lornoff. He's been all over the place. That's his 21st kill participation out of 24. So pretty much Storm Spirit has been the name of the game. I'm still surprised teams let Voronov have his own spirit. I know RC-wise probably saying we are not going to ban it. I'll get a good matchup against them and it'll be fine. But the way these side lanes have been going and what's happened after the laning stage, the Slash feels like he's been more shut down. Storm's Voronov always finds a way. System zapping down to the bot lane, jumps straight on top of Vayne, and there's a bonus. It's a Fade Bristleback. TP out. Grou just there for the cancel. Terrorize to follow. And another 2 kills for AVULUS. Child's play. Maybe they could find a small opening.
Bounty. Are those cracks in Dire's top tower? It looks like Dire fortified their structure.
Yeah, it's doable. It's definitely doable.
They're beating on Dire's top tower.
I think a 2000 HP Terrorblade
Dire's top tower has fallen.
is your best target to go for. Meanwhile, Storm, Willow, right next to Apex Genesis, Big Num. Dangerous area to be in. There's a Ringmaster coming in. The smokes are popping already, and they target straight with that Dragon Knight. Comes out. Wonder perfectly placed. Nothing they can do.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower just went down.
Yep. Smiling Knight's already thinking about sieging on the high ground here with the Demon Zeal illusions. Keep sending them in.
Dire's
Start
bottom
poking
tower
that tier
needs
3.
help.
Also, the wave is pushing down bottom to finish off the final outer tower.
Dire's bottom tower is being chipped away.
One step closer
Dire's bottom
to
tower
another
is shattered to
2-0
little
series.
pieces.
This 2-0 was of OG, the tie versus 1 win here, and then they play Runa tomorrow for their final series to decide if Runa or AVULUS will go into the playoffs.
Dire's bottom tower is fallen.
We do have a pretty hot series to end the day too, with Virtus Pro versus Team Yandex. I know a lot of people are waiting for that series to start because it is again one of those tighter 1-1 potential matchups, like the VP Mouse series we saw earlier today.
Radiant's top tower
Started off with a 61-minute game. That was a great way to start our evening shift. Maybe.
Looking for me? Where's the party?
Yeah, at least we were able to finish that series right before the servers went down. Would have been unlucky if that happened mid-series and have to wait for Game 2 for an eternity. I Apex are making a move top to find this Dawnbreaker. They will find him. Instant link silence into the grip, and the Mortimer's Kisses. They'll use everything to take 3,000 HP away from Saberlight, clean up his streak. Yamson gets a lot of money and a lot of XP for that. But they do not have RCY in full effect. He's gonna even get stunned here at the end of that BKB. Actually, it is a full duration BKB, so he's able to get away, but he has to pull them all down.
Double kill!
He did have a teleport, but I think he might have accidentally... Oh no. We want to see a replay on that, if we can call that from production, because we want to see what happened to that Leshrac at the end. So, first of all, understandable. You're going to blow everything you have. Take this Dawnbreaker down. Big streak claimed. That's a full level for the DK. And from here, you know it's a losing battle to begin with. You get the kill, you TP out, and look at RCY. Alright, so yeah, he stopped the TP at 4, and then the cookie came after. I don't really know, maybe he had some kind of decision-making going on there, but we've got AVULUS inside the base of Apex Genesis.
You had your warning!
Smiling Knight still has the Sunder and a Manta. He'll just wait for enough of those Viscous Nasal Goo stacks before he pops the Manta to dispel a whole stack. Or not, it's the jump on the Bristle. Solar Guardian on the exit direction. So no matter where you go, you're either running into the enemy or towards the Solar Guardian, guaranteeing a stun. And form is up, though. He's got Whisper of the Dread in his options, I think. Yeah, there we go. Don't have to think too long. That's the best. They're pinging Puppy. He also has a streak of his own.
Out with you and your spark.
Unfortunate. It's a bit of a dead angle. Lorinov getting closer. Theolicor smokes them from the Logan. RCY does see the Lorinov Storm coming in. Gets hit by the initial stun, but there's no follow-up on that. The Bean Script broke. Big Help was afraid with that Bean Script that he's going to get hit by the Solar Guardian, and RCY was like, we're going to kill this guy, and Big Numb has to let go of his ult. Unfortunate. I think that's the last fight. Last fight, most likely. If there's anything left in the tank for Apex Genesis. Yamson is defending the base right now. Maybe with all of these resources spent, they'll probably look at AVULUS, go for another push, take these racks down, and maybe go for a Hail Mary smoke play, but I feel like that might have just been the last one. They're respawning fast enough, so those BKBs are on cooldown.
Dire's top barracks are falling. Someone better help Dire's middle tower. Dire's middle tower just went down. Dire's middle barracks are falling.
Here I am!
Dire's bottom barracks are under attack. Dire have fortified their structures.
Yeah, or if you have an airplane to catch. Or you have to leave a bit earlier. Now they would have the dragon form up, but it's already mega creeps. That's probably, they were like, if they have time to take a fight, yeah. They probably did some calculations and really still want to fight this. Call it. And AVULUS able to 2-0 the series. 32 minutes on the clock. Not too much of a fight.